You're listening to the Business and Life Podcast, where 7 days a week, proven entrepreneurs share their success stories, failures, and give you true value on how you can build a great business and an awesome life. With your host, Mike Olivas.
Today, I'm going to be interviewing Engelo Rumora, the Real Estate Dingo and your favorite Australian. Engelo quit school at the age of 14 and played professional soccer at the age of 18. From there, he began to just invest in real estate. He owns now real estates all over the world. He renovated and sold over 500 properties through his company, Ohio Cashflow, which is two-time Inc. 5,000 honoree. He is also known for giving houses away to people in need. Crazy online videos. You got to check him out. He says his life mission is to be remembered as someone that gave it his all and gave it all away. Engelo, welcome to the show.
Hey, Mike. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So tell our listeners where you're calling in from and maybe something interesting about yourself.
So at the moment, mate, I'm in Lago di Como, Lake Como, out of all of the places. And I guess I needed a bit of a wind down. You know, I always tell everyone here, God bless America. It's the best country in the world when it comes to making money in business. But, you know, I guess from a kind of relaxation cultural standpoint, I think Europe is definitely the place to be for that, mate, especially Italy. Kind of fumare, smoking and drinking and coffee and wine and all of that stuff. But mate, originally from Australia, as you can probably tell by my crazy accent. I moved to the US in 2012 with a big dream of pretty much just financial freedom, financial independence, and started investing in real estate. Bought one property, fixed it, and flipped it. And that kind of turned into a business, which is kind of my pride and joy. It put me on the map as an entrepreneur and just gave me everything that I have today. And, you know, fast forward to this day, mate, I've probably bought, renovated, and sold over 1,000 properties. I've kind of stopped counting at 1,000, to be honest with you, so I don't even count anymore. I've got a property management company, a turnkey real estate investment company. I've got a non-profit. Just finished a book that's going to be published in 12 months. So I had a lot of irons in the fire, mate. But, you know, as I kind of mentioned, I'm here in Europe exploring and winding down a little bit. But just happy to be on your show, mate, and kind of give the audience some valuable content.
No, yeah, and you definitely are, man. I appreciate that. 1,000 houses, geez, man. I've done one, and then I just wanted to pull my hair out in the past. I've had a couple now, but just because of renters, right? But tell me a little bit about that. Tell me how your new company and I looked at it, checked it out. It's ohiocashflow.com, by the way, and we'll drop some of that more information in the long in the actual show notes. But tell me a little bit about how you, instead of the actual, you turn this into a service for others to also build some wealth in the real estate market. Is that right?
Correct, mate. So look, initially, you know, you're limited to the amount of capital that you have. And real estate is a game of buying and holding as many properties as possible so you can start collecting the cash flow and then you live happily ever after. Okay. Right. Now, you know, a lot of us aren't really born with a silver spoon in our mouth, and we don't have $1 million lying around that daddy or mommy gave us that we can just park into rental properties. So how do you grow the existing capital that you have into more capital so you can actually afford to buy and hold properties and produce that cash flow? You know, I kind of initially came to the US and, you know, I thought, oh, you know what, I'm going to buy and hold 5 properties and move back. And that was all good and great. But then I kind of caught the bug. You know, it truly was a once in a lifetime opportunity to come here. You know, the Australian dollar was 1 for 1 with the US dollar. The market here was at record lows. So I decided to stick around a little bit longer, mate. And, you know, I just wanted to make my money go a longer way. And the way to do that was to pretty much turn it into a business, right? So instead of just kind of buying, fixing, and flipping and doing that over and over again for myself and my personal portfolio, you know, I started helping other investors in the way where we would buy, fix, tenant, sell, and then manage. So it was just a way for me, of course, to continue building my personal portfolio and continue building my net wealth, but also include other people into the equation. You know, what happens, mate, is there's a point in time in your entrepreneurial career or your business cycle where it kind of stops being about you, as corny as it sounds, but you kind of, you catch the bug and it really starts being about other people, investors, other people that you can help, employees that you can help get them to where they need to be in their families. And that's kind of where I got to, so it wasn't just about me anymore and building my portfolio. It was truly about creating something that could help others and, just be sustainable for the long term.
Yeah, I'm with you there. And I think it's exactly, for example, that's why I started the podcast. It's very much start the businesses. You love the business. I love the business aspect of it. I still have my companies that I got to focus on, but on a regular basis, my thought process here is just to share the stories of yours. I've shared mine, but I'd love to just hear other people's stories to inspire others to go out there and be entrepreneurs. Or of course, a lot of entrepreneurs that are also listening that need daily inspiration, because we all do, because when we're out in the game here. So give me a little bit about why you feel like, if there was ever a time in your entrepreneurship journey where you've kind of hit rock bottom, where you were close to it and you kind of had to overcome that challenge.
Oh, dude, all the time.
I know,
Jeez.
Right? I know.
Oh, man. I mean, I can tell you right now, so we've been operating our various companies for around 7 years, and it's pretty smooth sailing now because we've got enough money in the kitty. We're smart where we've put enough aside to cover operating costs for, a year if we don't make a single sale. But I can tell you right now, mate, I've probably been to my last $1,000 in my operating account like not three times, wow. 6+ times. I stopped getting pissed off about it after the third time. Because I was just like, okay, whatever. It doesn't affect you anymore. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, I'm going to go bust tomorrow. Big deal. I haven't gone bust the first 3 times, so it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
And you know what's interesting, mate? Something always unexpectedly occurs where you don't lose it all. You make a sale. You kind of pull a rabbit out of the hat, and you recover, and all of a sudden you're back to the races. You know what I mean? When folks ask me, Angelo, how is that possible? I guess I can get a little bit philosophical and spiritual here with you, but, I truly believe that good attracts good. If you look, first of all, let me start off by saying this. Nothing beats hard work. So if you think you can go into a kind of business and dilly-dally, be one of those entrepreneurs and Instagram posers, forget about it. That's not what business is about, dude. You don't see the richest and most successful businessmen and entrepreneurs on Instagram. They don't have the time, mate, to be on Instagram. You're too busy in the day-to-day, right? So first of all, nothing beats hard work. Second, I truly believe that you need to be a good human being. You need to go in everything that you do with not just the right mindset, but your heart and soul have to be pure. And if your heart and soul are pure in your business endeavors and in your business dealings, you're never going to fail. You can't fail because there's always going to be something that's you can call it God, you can call it Buddha, you can call it karma, call it whatever the hell you want. The sun, it doesn't matter. Whatever you believe in, it doesn't matter. Just be a good human being, and you can't fail because there's always going to be something that's going to save the day for you last second. It's happened to me over and over and over and over again. Yep,
absolutely. I mean, that positive mindset and trying to do the right thing and not the popular thing on many levels is definitely important as entrepreneurs grow. And for those aspiring out there, it's staying positive, because if you don't, it's easy to give up. And that's my next question for you. Why do you think a lot of people give up out there as entrepreneurs?
Oh, mate, put me on the spot there. Yeah. Why do they give up?
That's the idea.
Why do they give up, mate? Let me think. Maybe it just gets too hard. Maybe it just gets too hard. Maybe they're just not mentally strong enough. Maybe they let other people influence their way of thinking. Maybe fear gets in the way, and they're scared. And I guess, what I want to say to that, mate, is what have you got to lose? So you're working a 9 to 5 now. You start your own business. You lose your ass. You can always go back to your 9 to 5.
Yep.
Okay. Number one. Number two, let's get a little bit philosophical again. Mike, what is money? What's money? Money is just a tool that we use to buy crap so we can live or whatever, right? Of course, our ego takes over and then we start buying all kinds of stupid crap. But at the end of the day, mate, the average human life cycle is 77 years. What happens after that? You're dead. You've got no more money. You can't take it with you. Sure, you can leave it to a few other people, but they're not going to live forever either. So the legacy, the pain, the fear, the happiness, the joy, the success, that all kind of goes away when you die. So if you can kind of have death in your mindset all the time, you will not feel any fear, and you've really got nothing to lose. And I truly believe that it just comes down to, mate, living the best life you possibly can every single day in this moment right now. And of course, you don't want to be controlled by someone else. So it's great being an entrepreneur. It's great being a businessman, and it's great, making the money to live the life that you want. But don't really think that it's going to be, the be all and end all making a ton of money. I've been there, mate. I've come full circle. I bought the cars, I bought the properties, I bought the holiday homes, and I've realized that that's not what it's about.
Are you struggling to grow your business? Have you ever thought, man, I wish Mike could answer my specific questions about my business? Well, you're in luck, and I can help. Go to michaellevis.com and sign up to schedule a free live on-air call today. That's right. For a limited time, we're recording real business owners with real struggles. Yeah, I'm with you there. And I'm on the same level, I think, just as of last year before I started this podcast, when I moved to Puerto Rico and just left California for tax purposes, but also because it was just I'm in the same boat. Like I'm literally selling the boats and the cars and just getting rid of I love the material stuff. I love being on the water. There's a lot of things, right? But like at the end of the day, like I'm spending more time even far away now with family and friends and focusing on spreading the message, but also, still working my ass off. Don't get me wrong. But that's just, I think, the determination that we're trying to push towards other listeners that are on or listening to this show with your successes. What are you excited about right now, personally?
Mate, well, I'm always very excited and energetic.
I love it. Yeah.
Mate, right now, I'm really excited about my book. I think it's going to be the most controversial real estate investment book ever written. Very provocative. Good. I'm probably going to get sued like crazy, but who cares? That's part of it. It's fun.
Part of the game.
Part of the game, No, I'm kidding, man. I don't mention any names, so I should be good there. Yeah. But what I'm really excited about is, I'm looking for an endless journey. Okay, so every journey that I've taken, I'm 32 years old, mate, and I've had goals and targets, and every journey that I took, I achieved, right? I got to the end goal, I got to the destination, and you're like, okay, crap, what do I do now? And then you start another journey, and then you get to the destination, you're like, okay, what do I do now? I truly believe that success in life and happiness in life is finding something that you love doing and being able to do it every single day without a destination. The destination is death, okay? So even if that means painting, or I don't know, cutting hair, and you don't literally not get paid anything for it, but you truly feel fulfilled and you love doing it, I think that's true happiness and success in life. I'm looking for that what's next now, and I'm looking for that endless journey. Going back to my roots, mate, I was fortunate enough to play professional soccer when I was 18.
Nice.
It runs in my blood. My dad was a former legend back in Europe, actually here in Europe, in former Yugoslavia. So my last name carries a lot of weight there, mate. I've been shaking hands and kissing babies in the wonderful world of football, the proper football, soccer. Right. And, just exploring to see if maybe I can tap into my roots and see if there's something in this industry for me. The businesses are still running fairly smoothly in the US. We're not setting any records. We're not making the Inc. 5000 list anymore because I really don't care about it anymore. Nope. It's truly about finding, what I really want to be doing for the rest of my life. So that's what I'm really, really excited about right now.
Yeah. Congratulations on being at that point in your life. You're kind of in the listening, seeing what's next phase.
Mate, I've come full circle, Mike. As I've said, I thought it was about getting the awards, the ego, the status, the cars, the properties, the holiday homes, the watches, the bags. And I was like, man, you buy all of that crap and you're like, what the hell? It just takes away all of my attention. Yep. And then you lose yourself in all of this crap. And then you realize, dude, why am I doing this? So, for all the listeners out there, become an entrepreneur, be a business owner, be successful, make the money, make the millions, buy the cars, buy the houses, and you'll come full circle. Once you get there, you'll be like, man, what's the point? This is not success in life. Success in life and happiness is about something else.
Absolutely. No, I appreciate that. And that's some great knowledge bombs with these guys. How have you built, or how do you feel you've built the life that you want to live?
Haven't yet. I'm still building it, mate. So I haven't gotten there yet. You know what I mean? I'm still searching. I'm still looking for it. And I guess I don't really know exactly what does the life that I want to live look like.
And that's okay. Yeah. And it's funny, I've spoken to young entrepreneurs who have been successful like yourself that's had a lot of success early on in your life, and also those that have done amazing things up until they're 50 and then reinvented themselves at like 60, 65.
Nothing wrong with that.
I love that. I'm just like, it's awesome because, I think at the end of the day, people just got to understand they got to enjoy the journey and not just only focus on the outcome, because the outcome changes, and the outcome and the ROI could be a lot different than a dollar amount, man. And that's what's exciting, right? You're not taking it with you. You got to have fun on the way. And if you're bitter the whole time, what are you doing? That's why this podcast is a business of life. And at the end of the day, life always wins. right? And so have some experiences, have some fun, travel, go to Europe, have some beers, have some drinks, and also do some meditation. I mean, live it up. That's what you're out there doing. I'm sure that's awesome,
Zen,
man.
baby. Zen, baby.
Zen, baby.
I mean, I'm going to show it to you. Look at all of these bad boys. I got like a bundle of books, man.
That's awesome.
You know, I'm practicing gratitude every day. I'm in the gym, mate. So I'm pumping like crazy. Like my goals now are to every single day I want to advance physically, spiritually, and intellectually. Pump it, baby. Show me the abs, right? So, and look, that's just kind of ego talk again. But look, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of ego when it comes to being healthy and exercising.
No, man, look good, feel good. That's great. When you look good naked, you're stoked.
Well, look, there's a reason why they call the Australians the funders from down under, okay? So I love walking around naked, man. I'll tell you that. I just don't want to get the other people jealous, you know?
Yeah, just do it in Europe. You won't go to jail, I think.
Right?
You're going to be good shape in Europe. You can walk around naked all day, I'm sure. They don't care.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
Beautiful. Amsterdam is probably the way to go there.
Right.
Or maybe Prague. So, hey, that's actually the Czech, right? Czech Republic. So out of all your successes and failures in your business, what is the one piece of parting advice that you'd give to aspiring entrepreneurs out there?
You know, a big one would be, mate, just go out and do it. You know, again, I'm just going to reiterate what I initially said. I mean, what do you really have to lose? You know, if you want to go down the path that Mike, you have gone down, and the path that I've gone down, for sure, go for it, mate. You know, be successful in business, make a ton of money, buy all of the stuff. But I believe you will come full circle to kind of where we are right now, and you'll realize that success and happiness in life is not about that.
Right.
You know, another piece of advice would be, you know, go down the spiritual path as quickly as you can. And I don't want to sound like some sage or guru or any kind of that crap, mate. I'm not into that. But, you know, I'm a very energetic and I'm just, you know, a lot of people say I'm just pretty crazy and psycho with how intense I was in my business. And I would literally put Red Bull in my coffee. And I mean, you name it, I did it all, man. I've ended up in hospital like 3 times because of how obsessed I was with success and making money and growing the business. And again, I'll repeat it. I've come full circle and I've realized that is not what it's about. You know, the most important thing in life is to be happy, to be fulfilled, to feel joy, satisfaction, and achievement. So how do you go about doing that? I don't know. You have to figure it out for yourself, but it shouldn't be about monetary gain, and it shouldn't be about, you know, winning the awards with the business that you're running.
Right. Yeah. Just take away the recognition, enjoy the journey, and drink the Kool-Aid on the self-help and self-development. If you're not drinking that Kool-Aid, man, I'm telling you, that was the best drink I ever had years and years ago. And it's just continuously a big push for me, a big part of my life, a daily part of my life, whether I'm listening to my own podcast or others, just daily learning. So I think that's great advice to realize that, you know, it's not about just a monetary advancement. That's going to come. That's going to come if you just keep at it and keep working. But also while you're doing that, look for that fulfillment, look for what makes you happy, truly makes you happy, and jot that down and keep doing it. Where can people find you, by the way, Angelo?
Mate, just Google. Google's a man's best friend, you know, as they say. EngeloRumora.com. You can check out OhioCashflow.com. No hidden agenda here, just happy to help. If anyone needs some kind of advice on real estate, I'm happy to help, mate. So.
Absolutely. Well, Angelo, thank you so much for your time and dropping some knowledge bombs with us here today, man.
Thanks for having me, dude.
Thank you. Life Nation, you got to remember that in order for things to change, you must change. And in order for things to get better, you must get better. You just got better by hanging out with me, Michael Libas, and the Business and Life Nation. So come back tomorrow because I'm here dropping sound bombs 7 days a week, baby. If you'd like to subscribe, please do, so you can take action and execute. See you tomorrow.